Fucking Friday, baby. What a Friday we got here. All light me up. Light me up in the building. Light me up in the building. How we doing today? How we doing? I think I'm going to take one off, man. What y'all think, man? I think I'm going to take one off. I had them all buttoned up to the tippy TOP because it's the top of the morning with your OG. Well, I'm going to take one off, man. How's that? I like that better. You like that better, man? I like that better, man. Let's go, man. Top of the top. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Let me get my chapstick. Chapstick, traffic. Looking for my chapstick. Let me get my chapstick. Good to go, ready to go. How's everybody out there? You know it's the show. All right. I like it. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Happy Friday, Free Fries Friday, Mega Friday, another Trump news, and we got a smorgasbord today. I said we got a smorgasbord today. Yeah, man. A buffet, a complete array, around the world of topics. You know what I'm saying? This is a great Friday, a good Friday. You got good Fridays and you got great Fridays. But today we got a buttload. What we got? We got a buttload. Shout out to Trump, man. We got a buttload of Trump news. I'm excited to bring it to you. We got a culmination of some stories, beginning of other stories, continuation of stories. You see the thumbnail, you see the title, you see the AI. We stepping it up in so many positive and big, beautiful ways. Just like the big, beautiful bill. You see the AI generated thumbnail. You see the AI generated title. Your boy in the game, man. Your boy is in the game, man. I feel real good about what we doing today. First in the chat. Who is that, man? Charles, Grandma, miss you. Man, I tell you, they come with some names, man. I'll tell you, the YouTube algorithm, if it exists. I can't wait for the movie. Can you wait for the movie? I can't. It gotta have black content creators. It gotta be like a horror movie. It can't be serious. It has to be a comedy. It has to be a horror comedy about the fictitious YouTube algorithm, because there's no way in hell it exists. But it has to be a comedy, and it has to have black content creators on how these Mickey Fickies find us. How these Mickey Ficky find us. And it has to be like banana splits. It has to be like Fozzie Fazbear. It has to be like animatronics, furry masks. And that has to represent the algorithm, because there makes no rhyme or reason. Absolutely none. Who has that much time? Who has that much effort? Who gets that kind of joy? You know what I'm saying? And it's like tra-la-la, come on, trolls. I need all my trolls. Come on. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la. Let's go. Happy Friday. #1 podcast, #1 YouTube chat. Nothing is better, baby. Nothing is better. I promise you. If you came to troll, if you came to chop it up, if you came to just get information that no one else is giving, because the Democrats and the liberal media only give out propaganda, political theater. Did you guys know we're in day 24 of the second longest shutdown? The longest shutdown, 35 days. Did you know what happened today? Do you know what happened today? You know, I've been talking about the Democrats. It's one thing to talk about the Democrats. It's another thing when you have these harsh realities that you can't hide from. Breaking: Senate Democrats just declined to pay essential federal workers during the shutdown. Can you tra-la-la to that? Can you troll that? Breaking: Senate Democrats just declined to pay essential federal workers during the shutdown. Here's proof that Democrats put Americans last. We know that. MAGA knows the climate. I mean, whenever you resort to violence, This is what we learned as children. Whenever you have to resort to violence, you've lost the argument, right? You've lost the argument. You lost the ability to even participate in the argument anymore. Mrs. Perfect Timing, tra la la, tra la la la, tra la 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 la. When you have to resort to violence, and we all know this, these are fundamental rules that we learn in elementary. You've lost the argument, and that's what's occurring in America right now. We have a lot of angry, sensitive mammy babies who are losing the argument, who don't have the intellect to articulate themselves, so they get upset and they act out in violence. We all know this. Anybody that's been in an unhealthy relationship, you understand that you have to talk through issues, you have to talk through problems, you have to be able to come to a resolution. But what you find when you're in an unhealthy narcissistic relationship is that everybody doesn't have the mental capacity to come to a resolution. Maybe like a house resolution, maybe like a clean CR. Hello. You see how I linked that in? I said maybe like a house resolution. I said maybe like a clean CR, and that some individuals lack the mental capacity, the mental faculties. They're so narcissistic in their own generation in ways that they are unable to come to a resolution. They're unable to make a deal. Narcissistic, multi-millionaire elite Democrats sitting on Capitol Hill, unable to pass a bill. But are you surprised because the Democrats didn't get nothing done during their last administration, and all they is mad because we got a bully pulpit and a mandate, and we ain't been doing nothing but winning. And I got so much to talk about today. You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the productivity. We thought it was going to just stop with Washington, D.C. Who thought? I said on my channel, if you've been watching the channel, I said that it's not stopping at Washington, D.C. I said what's going to be the next, and guess what? We everywhere. We in Memphis, Tennessee. We in Chicago, Illinois. We in Portland, Oregon. We still in LA getting the immigrants. And I say Trump. Can I get it in the chat? Just like fight. Trump. I mean, and this is the confusing part to me. 10 million to 25 million immigrants. Why are you mad at ICE? Why are you tracking federal agents? Why are you having judges that need to be retired telling people to arrest ICE agents? I talked to you about the chain of command. This is what Washington, D.C. is a safe zone. It almost wasn't a safe zone because Mayor Bowser and the chief of police, you got a black woman as a mayor in Washington, D.C., been mayor for 10 years, never cleaned up the crime, and a black female chief of police. When they were asked, when ICE came to town, what is the chain of command, neither one of them could answer the question. Nobody knew the proper chain of command. This is the problem with the Democratic Party. They need to take a civics lesson. How can you say that the local police have authority over the federal government? Are you smoking crack? Chicago, Illinois is smoking good drugs. The federal government, in every instance, in every case, according to the Constitution and the article, federal government comes in over the local government. How many of us like to watch Law and Order SVU? What's your favorite police show? Whatever favorite police show, we all have an episode where the FBI comes in and the lead detective, oh, chief, the FBI is taking my case. It's a chain of command. These are federal agents. These federal agents have a mandate from the Constitution and empowered by the President of the United States. We don't live in a cartoon. We don't live in Wakanda. Wakanda forever. We don't live in Wakanda. I am not the Black Panther. I don't want to live in Wakanda. I like the red, the white, and the blue. How about you? We live in America, the greatest country in the world. This country is governed by the greatest documents in the world, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights that empower the president, empower the federal government to handle these things that these Democratic liberal mayors and governors have not been able to handle. It's similar to Trump blowing up boats out the water in Venezuela. But wait a minute, how many people are new here? It's a lot of people that are new to my chat. Every day I have hundreds of thousands of new viewers, and I'm very happy. What are we doing in Venezuela? Hey, look at that emoji. You know how you get that happy Trump emoji? Join the channel. When you subscribe to the channel, it's going to give you a plus sign. That's going to say join. Membership has its privileges. You get lit up in the chat. You get special emojis. Members only live streams. I'm telling you, you want to be a member of the livest chat on YouTube. Geopolitical, domestic issues. Right now, Trump is blowing boats out of the water off the coast of South America. What country is that? For bringing drugs into America. Well, if you're new here, you may not have heard me discuss Trinta de Agua. When we were talking, and we showed a video of a young black man in Chicago calling Democrats who vote Democrats stuck on a plantation, because the reason why the federal ICE is in Chicago is because they only allowed these immigrants to go to black neighborhoods. They didn't let them go to Oak Park, the multi-million-dollar neighborhoods. They sent them to South Chicago. Isn't that ironic? They sent them to South Chicago. And what happened during the last administration? Do you guys remember videos of Aurora, Colorado and Southside Chicago of a Venezuelan gang called Trinta de Agua? And what we learned is that the Venezuelan government had opened up prisons and sent criminals. Because Biden and your vice president / border czar, and she's black, right? I didn't know she was black. It's okay if she's black, but I guess she's black. But she's not the border czar. I don't know if she's a border czar. Is she a border czar? I don't know if she's a border czar. It's okay if she's a border czar, but she's not black. Is she black or she a border czar? Either way, they mishandled the border, and now it became a border crisis. So Trinta de Agua, Venezuelan cartel criminals came into Aurora, Colorado, 40,000 at the clip. And then they came into Southside Chicago, took over apartment complexes with extortion and violence. Do you guys remember in the last administration where black Chicagoans and black Coloradoans were making TikTok saying, help us, please, help us, please, help us, please. The Venezuelan cartel has come to town and they're taking over the apartment complexes. They kicking out the blacks and they taking over the apartments. Did you guys remember those videos? I remember those videos. So today, you know what's happening? So, and this is from the racist president, the greatest president in the world. Who is affected most by cocaine and crack and crime? Who is affected most by the crack era, the war on drugs? Blacks have been affected most in Chicago and Gary, Indiana. But what's happening now is Trump, the best president in the world, is now taking the war to Venezuela. Instead of locking up blacks in Chicago, can we have a real talk this morning? Can we have a real talk? See, this is what the Democrats do, because the Democrats get elected on your death. The Democrats say we're tough on crime. We're tough. Well, what do the Democrats mean by tough on crime? The Democrats mean we're going to lock up black men. That's what the Democrats mean. We're going to lock up black American citizens. Well, Donald Trump said we're going to go to Venezuela. And we're going to stop the cocaine from coming into America. And if you're going to sell cocaine from Venezuela, what did Donald Trump say? Can anybody put in the chat? What did Donald Trump say? He said we're going to kill them. He said like they're going to be dead. If you're a drug dealer and you're going to sell drugs from Venezuela into United States, Donald Trump said we're going after them. He's already blowing up boats. Instead of arresting black American citizens who have been disenfranchised, that's what the Democrats do. Remember Joe Biden? Joe Biden is a Democrat. Joe Biden came up with super predator. Joe Biden said lock them up and throw away the key. That's a Democrat. See, do you see how the Democrats get tough on crime? The Democrats came up with 3 strikes. That's what Hillary and Bill Clinton, right? Those were your favorite Democrats. Am I lying? Am I lying? Can I just be honest? Can we have an honest talk? Because the Democrats deal with the problem one way, the Republicans deal with the problem another way, at the heart of the problem with real logic. But the Democrats don't use logic. Can we get back to the facts, please? Just the facts. The Democrats came up with super predator, right? The Democrats came up with the crime bill, right? The Democrats came up with 3 strikes and you're out, right? The Democrats came up with stop and frisk, right? The prosecution of black Americans for a cocaine problem that they allowed to happen. right? That's what the truth is. But what is Donald Trump saying? I am not locking up Black Americans and citizens anymore. Donald Trump said, let's go stop the cocaine. Donald Trump said, let's go stop the cocaine, because what's his name from that movie, New Jack City? What's the guy name? He gave the famous speech, Nino Brown. Nino Brown said, I don't make Uzis. I don't grow cocaine. You could stop the Uzis from coming in America. You could stop the cocaine from coming in America, but you don't. What is Donald Trump doing? Donald Trump is stopping the cocaine from coming in America. Donald Trump is not arresting young Black men in Chicago. Donald Trump is arresting Trinidad de Agua. Do you know who Trinidad de Agua is? Venezuelans. So when you hear the Democrat liberal media talk about Donald Trump going after Venezuela and Venezuelan cartels who sell cocaine in America, it's directly related to ICE. It's directly related to Aurora, Colorado. It's directly related to defending our damn country. He's not just shooting Venezuelans for fun. He's going to Venezuela because they came here and they kicked Americans out their home and they sell cocaine in America and nobody stops them. Democrats just gave them a free, open ride to America. Barack Obama and Biden and Kamala open the border. Open borders. Here goes a bottle of water and a big bag of cocaine. Go to Aurora, go to Chicago, sell all the cocaine you want to. Donald Trump has to come in and clean up their mess. So he can't just clean it up by going to Aurora. He can't just go to Chicago. We got to go to Venezuela because the Trinidad de Agua came here by the thousands. 40,000 in Aurora, Colorado. While I'm talking, giving you data, instead of typing stupid shit in my chat, bring up your AI, bring up GPT, bring up whatever the fuck you want to bring up, and ask it how many Trinidad de Agua came to Aurora, Colorado. Ask it Venezuelan cartels in America. Ask your own. You got a cell phone right in front of you. You know what I was doing the other day? I was on my channel and I noticed that a lot of my analytics skew toward the older audience, 65 and older. So maybe a lot of you old motherfuckers, you don't know who Trinidad de Agua is. You don't know what happened. So you're hearing about this for the first time. Take your old ass, get your laptop when you watch me. Watch me on your cell phone and get your laptop with your old ass. And everything I say that your old ass never heard before, put it in the goddamn laptop and look it up, you old motherfucker. And also, you 65-year-old motherfuckers who watch me, you are baby boomers, you have money, hit the motherfucking super chat, hit the cash app. If 65-year-olds watch me, overwhelmingly you motherfuckers got some money. Hit the super chat. Tired of you stingy motherfuckers. Trinidad de Agua, Venezuelan cartels. So, because the liberal media, everybody could be upset. Yeah, if you hear about Trump shooting a boat, a Venezuelan off the coast of South America, you think Trump is a bad guy. But if you don't know about the fucking debacle that Kamala Harris, who's supposed to be Black, she's supposed to be the border czar, she's supposed to be the vice president, turns out she's none. She's none of the fucking above. She's not Black, she's not the border czar, and she did not win the presidency. They allowed Trinidad de Agua in America. Thousands, by the thousands. So Donald Trump is not evil. Donald Trump didn't just pull an idea out of his ass to go shoot up Venezuelans. No. We have a real issue with immigration. Millions of people, the border was open. But today we are talking about 24 days and the government shut down. I told you to go look up the proof. I'm the host. Do you see how good I look? Do you see how much? These are Sergio Ferragamo. Do you see how good I look? Do you see my diamonds? You see my chain? Do you see my watch? I'm not researching for you, motherfucker. You go look it up. Piece of shit. I don't look this good to work what the fuck wrong with you? Today, what we're talking about is a lot of different topics. Right now, I need the federal government and everybody who worked for the federal government to understand you could have got a paycheck. You could be getting paid right now. Senate Democrats said no. Today, that the Senate Democrats just declined to pass essential federal workers during the shutdown. There was a bill on the floor in the Senate. The vote came in, 51 said nay, 51 said yay, 40 said nay. So all all of the Senate Republicans voted to pay the federal employees, and all of the Senate Democrats voted no. This is relevant. This is being politically advantageous. These are the things you need to know. These are the things that you need to know, that you need to know, that you need to know. These are the things that you need to know. The Senate Democrats just said no to paying federal workers because while we negotiate, there is money. Remember, I talked to you yesterday about extensions. They could extend certain payments. They could extend certain subsidies. The Democrats just voted no. Let me tell you again what the vote broke down. 51 said yay. That's all the Republicans because we have 50 Republicans in the Senate. 44 said no. That's all the Democrats. Do you realize the Democrats are playing chicken? The Democrats are using your bodies just like they use your death in Chicago. You don't matter. Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody, double tap, hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Back at it like a crack addict. Automatic like a Foldmatic. Built for tragedy, made for static. It's your boy, Perfect Time to Podcast. Back with the blast, in and out with a dash. 2025 won't last. We're going to get this done real fast. Do you guys know mathematically Trump has only been president 6 months? How can Trump be responsible for all of the things that the trolls want to talk about in the chat? Trump has a 4-year term. He's only been in president 6 months of this second term. Do you know how long Biden was in power? Somebody put in the chat, how long was Biden in the Senate? Add to that the 12 years he spent in the White House. Y'all put it down there. How long was Nancy Pelosi currently still in power in Congress? How long has Nancy Pelosi been in office? I just want to know who is your real king. Let's have a real talk about how people misunderstand and misappropriate blame. Trump has been president 6 months. He cannot be to blame for your inflation, for you being broke. Can we have a real talk? And I want to hurt some feelings of liberal Democrats who broke and who hungry right now. If you broke and you're hungry and you're not getting no food stamps, I'm talking to you. Trump has only been president 6 months. He's not the reason you broke. Susie Orman said you need to have 6 months saved up in case of an emergency. Trump only been president 6 months. That means if you don't have no money, you was broke already and you're gonna be broke. Trump has nothing to do with your broken ass. He only been president 6 months. He hasn't affected your income in this short amount of time. I'm sorry, that's the mathematics. You know what Trump has done in 6 months? He has got the hostages home. Do you remember that debacle that we thought would turn into World War III? Trump has got the hostages home, huh? Trump has got the hostages home. We got a ceasefire, and we talking to Putin about peace in the Ukraine. You know how many people are dying in the Ukraine? It's only been 6 months. He is talking about peace. All the global geopolitical issues that existed in January, today is October what? It's October, and Trump is already swatting down all these geopolitical issues that scared you. You know, we had solar panels, we had super batteries, we had canned goods, because we didn't know what was going to happen under Biden. We didn't know if Biden was going to let the whole world blow up. So let me keep going with all of my topics this morning. Did y'all hear about Canada? And we're going to talk about Latia James. And did you know there was a shooting in the Bay Area? Did you know there was a shooting in the Bay Area? I can't make it up. There was a shooting yesterday. So ICE agents are not only in Chicago and Memphis. Do you know Memphis is happy? Memphis is safe. Washington, D.C. is happy. D.C. is safe. Certain cities are working with the federal government to clean up their problems and make America's cities great again. Memphis is a great example, and D.C. is a great example. Now, let's talk about Bay Area. More ICE, I believe it. Bay Area ICE clash. On October 23rd, tensions erupted in the San Francisco Bay Area as protesters confronted federal agents. This is civil war, you guys, just like in Portland. Who is paying for these clashes? And who is paying? There was a U-Haul truck, listen to this, from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and U.S. Customs Border Protection, CBP, at the U.S. Coast Guard island base in Alameda, between Oakland and Alameda. The clash marked the opening day of planned federal immigration enforcement operation under the Trump administration, armed at targeting undocumented immigrants in the region. Now, you know they just did this in Canal Street in New York. All those Africans who sell those counterfeit goods in New York, they got arrested yesterday, and they did a double attack. So they went to New York and they went to San Francisco. The protesters, numbering in the dozens to low hundreds, blocked access to the base, used as staging ground for the raids. Isn't that like a civil war? It's like a civil war in America. Protesters against the federal government. What are we going to do about it, you guys? They used staging ground for the raids, leading to physical confrontation and injuries. People got injured, and the use of crowd control measures. The event drew widespread media coverage and social media attention, with chants of "No ICE in the Bay Area" and signs reading "ICE out now, no hate, no fear." Key events. Early morning, 7:20 to 7:30 a.m., a convoy of over 100 federal agents arrived at the Coast Guard bridge entrance. Protesters formed a human chain to block vehicles, prompting agents to deploy crowd control munitions. Why didn't Americans do a human chain at the border to stop the immigrants from coming in? Then we wouldn't have this problem. We don't have the resources. This comes down to resources. Do we have enough money? Right now, we're running out of money for the EBT. Right now, we're running out of money for cash aid. I told you TANF is already in jeopardy. So we're running out of money for cash aid. We're running out of money for food stamps for the American citizens. So tell me how we have more money to give to people who are not American citizens. This is just the reality of the issue. It comes down to the matter of resources. And then you got to go to the responsibility. Whose responsibility is to feed these people? Is it their country or is it our country? A convoy of over 100 federal agents arrived at the Coast Guard bridge entrance. Protesters formed a human chain to block vehicles, prompting agents to deploy crowd control munitions, including what witnesses described as a stun gun grenade or pepper spray bombs. These caused two loud explosions, scattering the crowd momentarily and injuring at least two people. One with the foot run over by an SUV and a pastor hit in the face by a pepper ball. That was 7:20 a.m. Midday, around noon, California Highway Patrol, CHP, CHIPS, officers in riot gear arrived to assist federal agents. Thank you for your service. Thank you to the California Highway Patrol for not being partisan and following the chain of command and having the back of your fellow officers. It don't matter if they're federal or not. They're American citizens and they're off. Props and support to the California Highway Patrol. I have a lot. I'm a shake your hand. I have a lot of love and respect for you after today and hearing this. Thank you to the California Highway Patrol for standing with your brothers. Thank you to the California Highway Patrol for your service to the public. So check this out, man. The Highway Patrol had to be called in to help support the federal agents. Around 20 to 50 officers pushed back protesters, leading to a physical altercation where one demonstrator was tackled and forced to the ground. Protest organizers urged dispersal to de-escalate. The federal agents are coming to do a job, and these citizens are getting in their way. That's not protest. I think they need to be arrested. There's a difference between protesting and stopping officers from doing their job and officers who get hurt. After 4 p.m. and onward, related rallies spread to other Bay Area sites, including Free the Bay event at San Francisco City Hall and an ICE Out of the Bay march from Oakland's Fruitville Plaza by late afternoon. President Trump announced a pause on the surge, specifically in San Francisco, though plans for Oakland and surrounding areas remained unclear. However, isolated clashes continue, including reports of gunfire. Yeah, so check this out. At 10 p.m., a U-Haul rental truck, listen to this, a shooting occurred at 10. So all day we have these protests. So bad that the CHP had to be called in. Then at 10 p.m., this is why I say it's really civil war and that we really need to understand what's happening on American streets. who is paying for this, who is funding this, because it's getting out of control. It's going to be listen to this. At 10 p.m., a U-Haul rental truck parked nearby throughout the day suddenly accelerated in reverse toward a line of about 10 Coast Guard security personnel. They're protecting the Coast Guard. A law enforcement officers blocking the gate. Officers issued multiple verbal commands to stop, but the driver ignored them, prompting the use of live fire, 20 to 30 rounds from rifles. The truck halted briefly, shifted forward, paused, and over 30 seconds at nearby intersection in Embarcadero and Division Street. And the driver fled on foot. So the driver got away, abandoning the vehicle with multiple bullet holes. Immediate aftermath. The area was secured, shell cases collected, and no weapons were found in the truck. Traffic on the Embarcadero was briefly halted. Victims. 2 civilians were wounded, one believed to be the driver, shot in the stomach, and the other bystander struck by a fragment. So the driver was shot in the stomach. Both self-transported to local hospitals. The bystander was treated and released, while the driver was detained for mental health evaluation. Who is organizing this? Who told that person to do that if they didn't have the mental faculties to know it was the wrong thing to do? Who told them to do it? Official statement. The U.S. Coast Guard described the vehicle as driving erratically and posing a direct threat, justifying the use of force per protocol. DHS echoed this, noting the driver attempt to weaponize the vehicle. The FBI is leading the investigation, and the Coast Guard request for focus on shooting and circumstance. This is what's going on in the San Francisco Bay Area. Let's give context to why ICE would be in California. Did you guys hear? So we know about one driver who in Florida that got into a car accident. Did you hear about the latest driver who got a driver's license who wasn't a citizen? This is why we're in California. On October, listen, undocumented Indian driver Jaspreet Singh charged in fatal California truck crash. You can't make this up. Because some people in the chat are going to say, oh, why is Trump in California? Why is Trump in California? Why is ICE in California? Because an undocumented Indian driver, Jaspreet Singh, charged in fatal California truck crash. But this is number 2. This is the second time Gavin Newsom gives out CDLs and driver's licenses to people who can't speak English. That's why the federal government withheld $40 million from California. Y'all want to hear about the story? Have you heard about it? Want to hear it? Here it go. I need a fan. I need an air conditioner. Do you have a fan? Do you have an air conditioner? If not, kiss my ass, go find another channel, or shut the fuck up and listen and learn, you motherfucker. Undocumented Indian driver Jaspreet Singh charged in fatal California truck crash. On October 22nd, 2025, 21-year-old Jaspreet Singh, an undocumented Indian national who entered the U.S. illegally in 2022. Thank you, Obama. Thank you, Biden. Thank you, Kamala Bordazar. Is she black? I don't know if she's black. It's okay if she's black. I didn't know she was black. Is she the Bordazar? I don't know if she's the Bordazar. It's okay if she's the Bordazar. In 2002, caused a deadly chain reaction crash on Interstate 10 in Ontario, California, by speeding and driving under the influence of methamphetamine, killing 3 people, including Pomona High School coach Alonzo Harris and his wife. Singh, who operated a California commercial license despite federal regulations. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you, liberals. Do you want to know why we're in Alameda? Do you want to know why we're in the Bay Area? ICE needs to be in California because Gavin Newsom has released all these people to kill you. Do you want to die on the freeway, or do you want to not die on the freeway? I don't want to die on the freeway. So Trump, please come to California and get these people who don't supposed to be driving on the freeway off the motherfucking freeway. Thank you, Trump. We love you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. We love you, Trump. The incident has led to an ICE detainer against Hold on, let me read this again. Singh, who operated a California driver's license despite federal restrictions, faces felony charges of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated. The incident has led to an ICE detainer against Singh and the U.S. Department of Transportation withholding $40 million in funding from California for CDL compliance failures. So guess who hurts? Not only did he kill Americans, but $40 million gets held back. So the California citizen. But wait a minute, Gavin Newsom is a millionaire. Nancy Pelosi is a millionaire. Maxine Waters is a millionaire. Your favorite Democrat elites are millionaires, so they don't care if $40 million gets taken away. Gavin Newsom lost $100 million in fire aid. He doesn't care because he has a mansion. He's a multimillionaire. What about Gavin Newsom? Everybody's talking about the White House being remodeled. But what about Gavin Newsom, who's been remodeling the state capitol for 5 years, and the costs have gone up 400%? When I read the article, Gavin Newsom borrowed from his own project. The project went up to $3 billion. Gavin Newsom borrowed $500 million. I said, how can you borrow $500 million from a project that's over budget and is not even done and is on pause? This is your Democrats. He's borrowing money that doesn't exist. So if you're wondering, 2022, pay attention, get your notes together. Okay, get your notes together. 2022, that's what we're talking about. California, Gavin Newsom, California governor, gave out 62,000 CDL commercial licenses to illegals. I wish I was making this up. I wish I was making this up. This is dangerous for the Americans. Gavin Newsom gave out 62,000 CDLs to illegal immigrants. That makes it murder. Who learned how to drive in high school? Do you remember that movie in high school, Murder on the Highway? It's dangerous on the freeway. Why is it dangerous on the freeway? Because of Gavin Newsom and liberal Democrats. Listen to this.
A federal audit found California had issued 62,000 CDLs, drivers who entered illegally, John, or do not have a permanent legal status as required by the feds. California sanctuary laws prohibit asking applicants their immigration status. Governor Newsom said there's not a problem. Back to you. A federal audit found California had issued 62,000 CDLs, drivers who entered illegally, John, or do not have a permanent legal status.
62,000. It's not even, that's not, I understand. If a troll wants to troll on certain things, I get it. 62,000 doesn't sound real, right? But California is one of the largest states. 10 million people came in by Democratic numbers. By MAGA statistics, MAGA, we say 25 million. We say 25 million came across the border. The Democrats say 10 million. That's what the Democrats, so when you say 62,000, when I say 40,000 Trinidad de Agua and Venezuelans in Aurora, Colorado, you got to understand the numbers, what Biden did, how Kamala failed. You want to know why Kamala lost. You want to know why Joe Biden lost. Joe Biden lost because of what he did in Afghanistan. Joe Biden lost the first debate because he left Afghanistan in shambles. And when Donald Trump debated Joe Biden, he said, you are not fit to run the government because of how you left Afghanistan. Joe Biden did not have a retort to how he left Afghanistan. A lot of you don't follow politics, so you forget about why Joe Biden lost the first debate. Joe Biden lost the first debate because he's not presidential and he does not have clear executive power. He showed that with his lack of executive decision-making when Afghanistan, and we let Americans die, right? And we left billions of dollars. Now we have a huge problem in Afghanistan and they want Trump to clean it up. Second, Kamala lost because she did not have a clear, concise answer to her being set up by by the elite Democrats on being the border czar. See, Kamala knew it was a setup. You didn't know it was a setup. Kamala knew she was being set up when they made her the border czar. But if you read the excerpts from her book, 107 Days, it should become clear. When she said Obama didn't support her, Gavin Newsom did not call her back, Nancy Pelosi said go to convention. None of the Democrat elites and leaders supported the Kamala campaign. We never saw a stage. Listen to this. For people who don't believe me, you saw Kamala on stage with Beyonce. You saw Kamala on stage with Cardi B. You never saw Kamala on stage with Democrat elites holding hands, holding up her hand, saying we want her to be president. You didn't see Chuck Schumer hand in hand. You didn't see Nancy Pelosi hand in hand. You didn't see Barack Obama hand in hand. You didn't see Gavin Newsom. If we would have had a Democratic convention, what you would have saw if Kamala Harris justifiably won the nomination is your favorite Democrat elite standing hand in hand, side by side, supporting Kamala. That never happened. That's why she lost. But no one ever tells you the real truth about why she lost. She was supposed to be the border czar. They set her up to lose. That is what happened. That's why Kamala lost. I am telling you now, she never got the support of the DNC or the Democratic Party. It was weird. It was weird not to see the first black woman presidential candidate not hand in hand with Gavin Newsom, who used to be her partner. She won with Gavin Newsom in California. Gavin Newsom didn't stand hand in hand with her. These are truths you cannot ignore. Let's get back to today's news. We have a Pakistani. Let's take a look. So Gavin Newsom, this is two people, two terms. Let's look at this. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. It should not be true. Okay. All Americans should be furious right now. Top. Indian illegal Jasper Singh causes multiple deaths while driving a semi-truck in California. Bottom. Indian illegal alien Harinder Singh causes multiple deaths while driving a semi-truck in Florida. Both resided in Newsom's California. The crashes happened just weeks apart. Both require a CDL to drive a vehicle they were driving. Both of them couldn't speak English or read signs. I don't know how you get to have a CDL license if you can't speak English and you don't know how to read the signs on the freeway. That is what's the most dangerous thing. That's why they made the illegal U-turn, because he couldn't speak English and he couldn't read English. Why is he driving a big rig? Both require CDL to drive. Something is seriously wrong with how states are handling out CDL licenses like candy to illegals named Singh. So they both were Singhs. Did you guys know that? They both were Singhs. Let's look at the video. Let's look at the video. These are two separate accidents. They both are illegal aliens from California. They both received driver's licenses from Gavin Newsom in the last administration. These guys just got here. This is not a 5-year-old problem. This is not Donald Trump. This didn't happen in 6 months. This happened in 2022. At the top is the latest one. The top is the latest accident, right? And the bottom is the Florida. The top, this right here is what happened just yesterday in Ontario, California. Look, he was high on methamphetamines. Did you see that? Look at what he did. Look at what he did. He was high on methamphetamines. He's 21 years old, an illegal alien from India, came in 2000. Look on the bottom. Look on the bottom. This is another illegal alien in Florida. Look, making an illegal U-turn. He's making an illegal U-turn, and he killed 3 people in Florida. Now, both of the people are alive. This guy is alive, he's alive, and this guy is alive. But the American citizens are dead. He's alive, and he's alive. He's alive, and he's alive, but the American citizens are dead. What do you got to say about that? What do you got to say about that? Both of those guys are alive, but the American citizens are dead. Both of these guys, they can't read English. The reason why the federal government withheld $40 million is because in California, they have changed the requirement for CDLs that they don't ask you if you know how to read English. I thought there was a test. You know, black men have been trying to drive trucks and they have to go through all of these steps. And there's a test. To become a CDL, you have to pass an exam. How do you get a CDL if you can't speak and read English? How do you pass the exam? How do you pass the written exam? That's the scary part. I don't understand that. You have to admit something is broken. Something is broken, you guys. I don't understand it. You got to admit it. Per multiple ICE sources, Jasper Singh, the semi-truck driver suspected of killing 3 people in a DUI crash on the 10 freeway in Ontario, California yesterday is an Indian illegal alien who was caught and released at the California border by Biden admins in March 22. So there's another thing to unpack here. Remember when we had a conversation about who came across the border? So a lot of people assumed Mexicans were coming in. There's a lot of racist people who assume everybody 10 million people came here by Democratic numbers, 25 million came here by Republican numbers. So this person, the 2 people who killed people on freeways were not Mexican. Doesn't that expand the conversation a little bit? Don't you want to know a little bit more about what Biden and Kamala, how much of a failure, how much you were put in danger by the Kamala Biden border policies? Because if you unpack it, see, everybody thought it's just Mexicans. Think about, I need you to understand this, because the people in Oakland and Alameda are protesting against ICE because they think ICE is there to get Mexican Americans. Do you realize how sick the Democrats have to lie and trick their constituents? People are fighting and getting shot. There are protests in Portland because Americans have this deluded idea that ICE and federal agents want to get rid of Mexican Americans. And they are so deluded, they are not watching what is reality. No, yesterday, ICE was in New York on Canal Street arresting Africans who counterfeit and sell drugs, not Mexicans. Venezuelan cartel members from Trinidad de Agua are South American, not Mexicans. Do you understand how stupid some of these protests are? The 2 Singhs who killed people on the freeway are not Mexicans. I am emphasizing this because I know the protests. The Democrats are getting Americans angry and they want you to protest in Alameda. They want you to protest in Portland because you think your government doesn't respect Mexican American heritage. It's not about Mexican Americans. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not about Mexican Americans. 10 million people, upwards of 25 million people came across during the Kamala Biden border crisis. And a lot of them were Indian. A lot of them were Chinese. A lot of them were Venezuelan, not Mexican. And you are getting in the way of the federal government doing its job. Right now, if you would allow ICE to do its job, we would have people alive. This 21-year-old Indian was arrested. Listen to me. He got arrested at the border. He was arrested by Biden Border Patrol, but Biden said, open the borders and let him in the country. Do you guys, let me read it again. Per ICE sources, Jaspert Singh, the semi-truck driver suspected of killing 3 people in a DUI crash on the 10 freeway in Ontario, Colorado yesterday, is an Indian illegal alien who was caught and released at the California border by Biden administration in March 2022. He was arrested. He was arrested. Yeah, I misspoke. I said Colorado. He was arrested and he should have been returned back to his country. But Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the border czar, maybe she's not the border czar, maybe she's black, maybe she's not black. Is she black? It's okay if she's black. I don't mind if she's black. If she's black, she's black. Is she the border czar? Maybe she's not the border czar. I don't mind if she's the border czar. Is she the border czar? Is she black? It's okay if she's black. I don't mind if she's black. Is she black? I didn't know she was black. I didn't know she was black. It's okay if she's black. Okay. So let's go to Latia James. Oh, this is sad. This is the coach. Oh man, this is sad. This is sad. I don't know. Let me bring this home because there's a lot of black people who a lot of, I've been hearing a lot of white liberals. The other day, I made a joke about New York. It was a bunch of rich, white, liberal women yelling at ICE. ICE out! ICE out! You can hear the white Karen in their voice. Nothing like a white female liberal. Ice out, ice out. And then I've been hearing from white female liberals the lack of black presence at the ICE protests. People have been saying nobody black is showing up to the No Kings Day protest. Did you see the film from the No Kings? Biggest protest in American history, 7 million people, nobody black showed up. ICE protest, nobody black is showing up, right? So let me show you something that I'm not happy to show, right? Former high school basketball coach. Let me show you something I'm not happy to show. This is not a happy moment, but I have to educate people. That's my job as an independent media. Former high school basketball coach Clarence Nelson identified as one of the victims of the horrific semi-truck crash in Ontario, California. Illegal immigrant Indian Jaspreet Singh is accused of driving while on drugs, slammed into the vehicle and killed him. This is the aftermath. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. Thank you, Democrat liberals. They took his life. Gavin Newsom, his life is on you. This brother was a coach. Positive black men. Like we got black men to lose. Positive, married, high school basketball coach, black father. We got Gavin Newsom. Don't worry. We got a lot of black fathers, Gavin Newsom. Don't worry, Gavin Newsom. We got a lot of black men who are high school coaches revered by the community. Don't worry, Gavin Newsom. We won't miss this brother, Gavin Newsom. Don't worry, Gavin Newsom. Huh? Don't worry, liberals. Huh? Just to put a real face on it for the people who want to troll. Just to put a real face on it. These are real Americans who have lost their lives. This is a real issue. These are real Americans. These are real people, and it's real fucking sad, bro. These are real Americans. These are real issues, and it's real fucking sad that you can't see what the fuck is the problem when Gavin Newsom gives out a fucking license to people who can't read and fucking write English. And now Americans are dead. Americans are dead. Hope you fucking like it. Fucking trolly Democrats.
It's being reported that this semi-truck driver suspected of killing 3 people in a DUI crash is an illegal immigrant who came in under the Biden administration. Do you know if California gave him a commercial driver's license? And then it also appears that California largely has not been cooperating with English proficiency standards. I'm wondering if the administration has any further plans to punish the state.
Yes, I can confirm that California gave this individual a license, and it is something that the Transportation has already looked into. I know Secretary Duffy, who's doing a phenomenal job, has spoken on this many times in the crackdown that the Department of Transportation is taking on these licenses that are wrongfully being issued to people who clearly do not deserve to uphold these positions. As for this case in California, on October 22nd, ICE lodged an immigration detainer for this individual following his arrest by local authorities in California on charges, as you know, of manslaughter while intoxicated and driving under the influence. He killed 3 people, and he first entered the United States in 2022 through the southern border, and he was released into our country by the previous administration. So now ICE has lodged a separate detainer for this individual, and these tragedies are following a disturbing pattern of these criminal illegal aliens being issued commercial vehicle licenses. And so, yes, the Department of Transportation is absolutely cracking down on that. I defer you to them for any specific.
Sad, brothers and sisters. This is a sad day for America. Sad day for America. Double tap, hit the like button. We need 100 likes. Hit the super chat if you're so inclined. If you like the information, go ahead and donate to support the channel. So far we cooking with hot Crisco grease. We already did. What did we do so far? We did California ICE in Alameda shooting at a U-Haul truck. I wonder if I got video. Do I got video of Alameda? We already did that. The Democrats shut down payments. Did you guys know? A lot of people are new here. Did you guys know that the EBT cutoff was yesterday? So I know you guys heard about SNAP benefits. So EBT for November is on hold for 25 states as of yesterday. Some of you are new here, but on my channel, what I've been doing all week is I've been tracking the government shutdown, and I've been tracking what the results of the government shutdown will be, right? And the government shutdown sent out messages on the 22nd that if we don't get a resolution by the 23rd, that the EBT benefits for November will be on hold. But what I revealed yesterday, because I knew the EBT benefits would be on hold, but what we talked about yesterday is TANF, cash aid. So a lot of people get food stamps, a lot of people get cash aid, a lot of people get child care, a lot of people get Section 8. So the joke on TikTok has been, when are we running out to go? When are we all going to Walmart to go get our food because they're not giving out food stamps? That's not a joke, and that's not the priority. What you need to be asking your local representatives about is, how long is the government shutdown going to last? Because last time the government shut down for 35 days, cash aid was interrupted, and no one has talked about this. It's not just food stamps. I'm sorry, because they didn't tell you, and everybody's making fun on TikTok. Like, there's no store to run in and get your cash aid, right? If there's no cash aid, you're going to be broke. You can't run into Walmart and go get cash, right? You can run into Walmart and you can try to steal food. You're probably going to get arrested. I would not advise anyone to go steal food because you don't get food stamps. But I just want to broaden your spectrum, because there's a lot of low intellect people out there making these jokes. It's not just cash aid. It's not just food stamps. TANF, if we go 35 days. The last government shutdown was 35 days. We're in day 24. The Democrats just said no to federal employees being paid. There is a huge possibility that cash aid for November or December, which is Christmas, listen to what I'm saying. What I read yesterday is that there is a huge possibility that cash aid will be delayed, and there's a potential, because Section 8 comes from federal block grants, that Section 8 can start doing evictions in December 1st, during Christmas. No one's talked about this. Everyone on TikTok is making jokes about, I'm gonna need my food stamps. Section 8 is in jeopardy. Listen to this. No one is telling you about the fact that the longest shutdown in American history happened under the first Donald Trump administration. It was 35 days. I need to ask you right now, how long do you think this shutdown is going to last? Because then I could talk to you about realities that are going to happen and get triggered depending on how long the government is shut down. How long do you think the government will be shut down? Let me give you some context and some facts before you make your guess. Last time the government was shut down for 35 days, cash aid was halted for 15 days. That means, you might have to have Christmas in January, right? How about, remember that? Christmas in February. You won't be able to have Christmas in December. These are realities. These are realities, right? So right now, no food stamps for November. But beyond that, TANF cash aid goes expired if we go a couple more days. If we go 35 days, cash aid is going to be delayed. If we go any longer than that, then you're going to get evictions with Section 8. Oh, I forgot WIC. How many people in the chat know about WIC or receive WIC? This is when moms get milk and cereal. WIC is also done. Now listen to this. Somebody put WIC in the chat. So WIC is on pause, federal block grant. But this is the thing about WIC. WIC, when it comes back, has new stringent requirements. So this is the part that the Democrats are not telling you about. This is the big, beautiful bill. Remember the big, beautiful bill? So welfare is on pause. Food stamps is on pause. Section 8, listen, and wait. So when welfare comes back, the big, beautiful bill has new work requirements. This was a plan. I don't think you guys understood. So when the government opens back up and welfare comes back, less people will be allowed to be on welfare because of the big, beautiful bill. So the Democrats played a game of chicken and the Democrats fucked you. The Democrats fucked you. When the government opens back up, there will be new regulations for cash aid and food stamps, and it will require work requirements per the big, beautiful bill, right? WIC, W-I-C. WIC will we have more requirements in order, so it will be less people on WIC, it will be less people on food stamps, it will be less people on cash aid, even when the government opens back up. This is the scary thing that liberal Democrats are lying to you about. Some of you will never get your welfare back again. Some of you will never get your food stamps back again. Listen to what I read. Okay, check this out about Section 8. Some Section 8 landlords have been wanting to evict tenants because you Section 8 tenants fuck up the house. And Section 8 landlords have not been able to evict. Guess what's going to happen now? Those Section 8 landlords who wanted to evict tenants or no longer participate in the Section 8 program because Section 8 tenants fuck up the property will have an opportunity, if the shutdown goes on, will have an opportunity to evict some of their tenants or leave the program entirely and never come back. Listen to what I'm saying. Leave the Section 8 program entirely and never come back. And this is the design by Doge, Project 2025, and the Heritage Foundation. So the goal was to get people off Section 8. So even when the government opens up, there will be less Section 8 vouchers going out. Did you guys know that? Did you fucking know that? Did you know that? Don't you know that? Baby, baby, really, really, don't you know that? Don't you know that? Don't you know that? Don't you know? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Your EBT ain't coming back. Your EBT ain't coming back. Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Your Section 8 ain't coming back. Your Section 8 ain't coming back. Baby, baby, don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Don't you know? Don't you know? I bet $1 million that you know. Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Don't you know? Don't you know? Your EBT is gone for sure. Your EBT is gone for sure. I bet $1 million you don't know. Everybody at home, I bet $1 million they don't know. Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Don't you know? Don't you know? I bet $1 million they don't know. I bet $1 million they don't know. Letter James. 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 Pam Bondi is the greatest AG in the world. Trump is the greatest president. Shout out to the Trump administration. Shout out to Pam Bondi. You know, SDNY, Latia James, famous for 36 felonies, famous for the Diddy prosecution failure, famous for the Diddy prosecution failure, famous for the R. Kelly prosecution of double jeopardy. SDNY, Latia James and the SDNY. I'm just so tired. I throw the book at her. She deserves it, man. And when is Fani Willis being indicted? When is Fani Willis being indicted? Remember, Trump said Fani Willis is a criminal also. After pleading not guilty, Latia James made a speech saying that the justice system is a tool being used for revenge. Is that right, Latia? Is that right, Latia? Let me see where I got some research on Latia James. I bet $1 million that you know. Don't you know that? Baby, 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 don't you know that? Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm gonna listen to that. You can't listen to it now because of you know, can't listen to it now because of copyright. But when I get off of this, I'm gonna have me a Luther Vandross mix. I'm gonna be in the mix. You know what I was listening to yesterday? I was listening to Renee and Angela. Man, that was so good. What was the song? I'll be good, better than before. I'll be good to you, babe. I'll be good. Oh man, I was bumping that. And what else was the other? It was Angela Winbush. So I was listening to I'll be good. And I was listening to Smile. 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 Yeah, man, Renee and Angela, I was bumping that yesterday, man. But let's get to Latia James so I can get to my mix. In the mix, Power 106, 197 KFM. It's your boy, Perfect Timing Podcast, on the wheels of steel, keeping it real. How do you feel today in the traffic jam? Hot in the mix, hot shit. We are playing the hottest songs in America right now. Tune in live, Perfect Timing Podcast. We're All right, New York Attorney General Latia James, a prominent Democrat and longtime adversary of President Donald Trump. Oh, really? Pleaded not guilty on October 21st, 2025. The federal felony charges of throw the book out of, let's do a RICO. Let's do a RICO, since they like to do RICOs. The federal felony charges of bank fraud and making false statements to financial institutions. The arraignment took place at the U.S. District Court in Norfolk, Virginia, before Judge Jamar Walker. James entered the plea herself, stating that not guilty to both counts. She was released on her own recognizance, and a trial was scheduled to begin on January 26, 2026. Expected to last up to 2 weeks, with 8 to 10 government witnesses, the case has drawn widespread attention as part of broader claims of political retribution by the Trump administration against critics following Trump's public calls for her prosecution. Prosecutor, details of the charges. The indictment unsealed earlier in October 2025 stems from James' 2022 purchase of a home in Norfolk, Virginia. Prosecutors allege James falsely represented the property as her primary residence, rather than an investment property, on mortgage applications to secure a lower interest rate and more favorable loan terms from a lender. The misrepresentation allowed her to save approximately $19,000 over a 30-year loan term. How long did she do the lie? That's another good thing you want to know, because her and Adam Schiff were lying for over 10 years on these documents. She allegedly provided falsified bank statements to the financial institution. The charges carry a potential penalties of up to 30 years in prison for bank fraud and up to 5 years for false statements. Though sentencing guidelines would likely be lower, they didn't do that for Diddy. I say give her the 30. Give her 35 years. The case originated from a criminal referral by federal housing finance agencies in April 2025. So a lot of people calling this lawfare, but this didn't originate with Pam Bondi, and it didn't originate with Pam Bondi, and it didn't originate with Trump. This originated from the Federal Housing Finance Agency, right? FHFA, in April 25. And Pam Bondi just decided to prosecute the case. The charges: bank fraud, knowingly executing a scheme to defraud a financial institution via false mortgage and representation. Charge number 2, false statements to a financial institution. The first charge comes up to 30 years in prison. Bank fraud comes up to 30 years in prison. Bye-bye, Latia. I make you go bye-bye. We make you go bye-bye. Bye-bye, Latia James. And second charge, false statements to a financial institution, willfully making false statements to a loan application, up to 5 years in prison. Political context in Trump's involvement. James gained national prominence for leading civil fraud cases against Trump, including the 2024 ruling imposed a $450 million penalty on him, partially overturned on appeal. All of her shit got overturned. And James is appealing that overturn. She gonna be in jail because she keep fucking with the wrong one. Then your mama tell you not to fuck with the right one. You know what I'm saying? You fucking with the right one today, baby. Trump has reportedly attacked her son on social media, calling her Crooked Latia James. I like that name. Can we get Crooked Latia James in the chat? Can we get Crooked Latia James in the chat? How about just CLJ? How about, let's give her a hip hop name. Shout out to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has the best nicknames. You know what I'm saying? Sleepy Joe, Crooked Latia James, CLJ, and urging Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate. In September 2025, True Social post, Trump described James' former FBI director, James Comey, listen to this, as Representative Adam Schiff as guilty as hell. Comey is next. James Comey, that's who we waiting for. I want to see him testify on Capitol Hill. It's so many questions, Comey. MAGA Republicans have so many questions. Thank you, Pam Bondi. Thank you, Trump, because Comey is the worst example of corruption on the liberal Democratic side. He can tell us so much about the Hillary Clinton mafia, Barack Obama, the collusion, the dossier, oh my God, Hunter Biden laptop, the Clinton server. James Comey, there's so much. I mean, I don't know if he'll make it. Who thinks James Comey will live long enough to testify? Because he got so many secrets. Okay, Representative Adam Schiff, guilty as hell, and demanded Schiff swift action, stating that it was killing our reputation and credibility. I believe it. The prosecution was led by interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan, a Trump loyalist from former White House aide with no prior prosecutorial experience, appointed after an abrupt removal of another Trump nominee. Career prosecutors reportedly objected to the charges, citing insufficient evidence to prove intent or material gain beyond reasonable doubt. Halligan presented the case to the grand jury alone, bypassing the line of attorneys. This follows a similar indictment against Comey, who also pleaded not guilty on false statements to the Congress, handled by Halligan in the same district. This is her defense. James has vehemently denied wrongdoing, calling her charges a desperate weaponization of justice system in a post-indictment video. We're going to watch that video next. Her legal team, led by attorney Abby Lau, immediately filed motions to dismiss the indictment, arguing Hagelin's appointment violates federal law, dividing authority among the Attorney General, Senate, and courts, and that she lacks prosecutorial experience. The second, bar extrajudicial government statements citing leaks that Hagelin communications with reporters, and lastly, consolidate challenges to Hagelin's role with Comey's ongoing motion. So she's saying that they're conflating prosecution. Let's hear from her directly. Let's go to the video.
Thank you for your prayer.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to pray. Thank you for your prayer. You wasn't praying for Diddy or R. Kelly and Trump. You've been doing all this dog ass shit. And this how she start off. Thank you for your prayer. And what you got this hair hat on? Look at that horrible wig she got. You don't even get a good hairdo. This is just, oh my God.
Thank you for your prayers. I want to thank you for your emails. I want to thank you for your support. It has strengthened my spirit and it has anchored my soul. And so I want to thank you. But this is not about me.
It is about you.
This is about all of us.
No, it's about you.
And about a just.
No. Democrats. I love it, Democrat. This ain't about who getting prosecuted, bitch. Who is it about, bitch? Who broke the law, bitch? Who is on trial, bitch? If it ain't about you, bitch, who is it about, bitch? The bitch said this ain't about, but this ain't, she about to start preaching. Here come the Baptist preacher. The black bitch is the Baptist preacher on the side. God damn.
But this is not about me. This is about all of us. And about a justice system which has been weaponized. A justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge. This justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge and a weapon against those individuals who simply did their job and who stood up for the rule of law.
Poor baby. All she did was do her job. All she did was do. That's why you didn't say nothing about the documents. Why didn't you say, bitch, this is about you lying on loan documents, bitch. You're supposed to say something about the loan documents, bitch. Don't get up.
Expected to file now.
Oh my God. This ain't about me. This ain't about me. Who is charged? Who is charged? Oh my God.
New York Attorney General Letitia James just pleaded not guilty in federal court in Norfolk, Virginia. It is her first court appearance on a 2-count bank fraud indictment tied to a 2020 home purchase. Prosecutors say Letitia James signed a second home rider agreeing the property would be for her personal use, which got her a better loan term. They say she then rented that house out to a family member instead of actually living in it. Expected to file now, she and her attorneys, a motion to dismiss the case, which she has called vindictive and selective prosecution. She's expected to speak at any moment outside court. We will take you there live. Remember, she ran on taking down Trump. That was her policy change that she was pitching. She is in the law, not necessarily a politician, but New York Attorney General.
Okay, so now you got more details. She has 2 homes. Some of you are on Section 8 and welfare. Your favorite Democrat is a multimillionaire with multiple homes. Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Gavin Newsom, all multi-millionaires with multiple homes. Very different than you and your reality. Let's set a baseline. Letitia James, Adam Schiff, multi-millionaire Democrat elites with multiple homes. Okay. Number 2, she lied on loan documents to get a favorable rate on loans while you're on welfare. You can't afford one house. She lied as a public servant. She has a code of ethics. She lied on loan documents to get more favorable loan, save herself money, and said the home in Norfolk, Virginia was her primary residence. Let me show how much of a piece of shit she is. So after being a millionaire, after being attorney general in New York, making a lot of money, having a lot of power, doing whatever you want, fucking over everybody, she then lies on loan documents about this house. And then she lets family members live in the house. Now, she's already rich. She's already famous. She's already powerful. Does she allow the family members to live in the home for free that she stole from the United States government by lying on loan certificates? No. She charges rent. Can you believe this? So there are witnesses that will be called into the case. She is going to be found guilty because she is so much a piece of shit that she charged her own family members rent to live in the house that she owned, and she hustled for free from the American people. Gold P is vegan. Shout out to my brother Gold P. Get the likes up. We should have had 100 likes 5 minutes ago. Shout out to my brother Gold P is vegan. Y'all make sure y'all get over to the Gold P channel and and let Gold P, let me have you a moderator. Now you can put your link in the chat, Gold P, put your link in the chat whenever you slide through so people know that you are a great content creator, a veteran. Thank you for your service. This is one of my brothers from the Roger Report. These are the type of brothers that we hang around with. This This type of brothers I learn from, and I have admiration and respect for. The brother is vegan. I was vegan. Do you know how much mental willpower you have to remain vegan, especially as an OG? The brother is vegan. The brother is a veteran. The brother is a brother. So many things, admirable things that you would want to have in a content creator. If you're going to listen to somebody, there should be a listen. There should be a reason that you listen to them. There should be something that you gain. There's so much, this brother, that I've learned that you can learn and benefit from. Subscribe to his channel, listen to his content, and I thank you, brother, for your support. Gold P is vegan. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for coming through and supporting. So think about this. She has 2 homes. She's very rich, the Attorney General of New York, SDNY, and she lied on loan documents on this second home so that she could benefit. She said this was her primary home, but then she allowed family members, but then she charged them rent. So now we can subpoena those family members to court and say, hey, did she charge you rent? Now, remember, if you lie, I have bank statements. You gave her a check. Remember Donald Trump, Stormy Daniels? I have a check here from you to Latia James, and it says rent. Is this your signature? Shout out to Gold P, man. We've been in this space for a good minute. Indeed, I am thankful. Keep winning. Thank you, brother, man. For sure, man. For sure. I really appreciate your support, and it means a lot, man. And I want to share the attention with people who have quality content to share, right? You know, YouTube always be saying to do a collab. So the brothers, we got to do a collaboration because they got this thing on the vertical live where you can go live with somebody. So maybe you, Roger, or somebody, if y'all want to show up where I could bring y'all on, that would even be better for my channel and your channel. Because you see certain people, they have 2 people doing a vertical live. So I can go live with somebody in the vertical format. I haven't done it before, but it'll be awesome for both channels because when you do it, it's going to bring more viewers to me and to you. So we could talk about it. It's no big deal. And then YouTube is bringing out some more features for the vertical live. So I feel really blessed to be part of this growth spurt with YouTube. You know, they had a big growth spurt with the shorts. When they came out with the short 60-second videos, I had a big growth spurt. And I saw Angry Man, he caught on to me and he got a huge growth spurt when shorts started. Like I grew to several thousand, and then Angry Man grew a couple 100,000. And then I got in trouble. I couldn't do my shorts anymore. And then they came with the vertical. And then, you know, like Gold P got a Shure microphone. We got a lot of stuff we've invested into this. So I got the Rode mic, I got the Rode mixer, I got my studio, and I invested a lot into my YouTube dreams and ambitions. But so vertical live doesn't allow me to use all the things I purchased. I'm going live on my cell phone. I'm not on my laptop. I have an Apple. I invested in this MacBook. I got all this shit. But now my success has come from the cell phone. So YouTube is going to bring in some more things that will allow content creators to bring in all of the things that they benefited from into the vertical live stream. But that's going to be coming in 2026, and it's going to be going up and up and up. So what do y'all think about Latia James charging her family members rent in a house that she lied about? Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, Gold P, I hope you're still here. Oh, my God. Gold P, I hope you're still here. Oh, you got the Roger Report. I hope you guys are still here. Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. I did not know I do a lot of research. I had a lot of stories to go over today. So I know about Black women like this who charge rent to people even though they make double the money. They doubling up. Check this out. Check this out. So I told you she was charging rent. Look at this. Look at this. You can't make this up. Look at who she was charging. This woman ain't shit. You know, we could say somebody ain't shit, but then there's another thing. We got receipts that they ain't shit. Look at this. Latia James got the whole family involved. She lied about having 2 residences, one in New York and one in VA with her father signing as her husband. She put her father down as her husband. The primary residence in Virginia was occupied by her criminal niece. With warrants. It's not political targeting, it's justice. And she charged these ratchet ass bitches rent. You can't make this up, Gold P. I wish I didn't even know this was, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And they got the documents on these hoes. They got the documents on these hoes. This is the bitch mugshot. This is Latia James, who prosecuted Trump, 36 felonies, prosecuted P. Diddy and lost, wasted your money, right? Lost to P. Diddy RICO, went after R. Kelly. This Latia James, SDNY, did to R. Kelly, did to Diddy, did to Trump. She has her criminal, felonious niece with a rap sheet and a record living in her house and charging the bitch rent. This is SWV. SWU to the V. SWU to SWU to the V. Can you believe this shit? This is the mortgage document where she lied. This is her niece who is on felonyarrest.org. These are mug shots and they look just like her. This is your king. This is your king. Mug shots. Man, I tell you, Roger Report, that I'll be doing some story. This is a great story. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. She had criminals. She's harboring fugitives. I just talked about Latia James a little bit ago today. I was talking about this, but this part is new to me. Also, she's never been married, nor does she have children. And so she had her father. Now, that's very interesting, Gold P, because in loan documents, she said she was married because, as me and you both know, it's more favorable in credit when you are married, right? That's why they ask you when you file your IRS, are you filing married, single, right? Or married, but as a single status, because they qualify you differently based on being married. So on loan documents, she lied about being married and she put down her father as her husband to get more favorable loan. Did you know that? Not only did she have felony criminals living in her house, but now that you told me she never been married, I just want to let you know that she lied on her loan document and said she was married, but the person she put down as her husband turned out to be her father. I wonder what her defense is going to be. What can your defense be when you lied on loan documents? We all know you're not married and that's your father's name. Who else would do that? Who else would put your father's name and lie about being married to that man? Who else would know your father's first and last name in intimate details? The only person who could lie about your father being your husband is you, because you're the only one with that intimate knowledge. Now, beyond that, let's get back to those felons in living in the home in Norfolk, Virginia, that's supposed to be your primary residence. Are you in cahoots? Are you part of a criminal conspiracy going on in Norfolk, Virginia? She's been arrested multiple times. Maybe you are the ringleader and we need to file a RICO case against Latia James for crime industries in Norfolk, Virginia, because she got the crime criminals living in her house. She must. So listen to this. You might think I'm going too far, but if Latia James is taking money from a known criminal, can somebody put that in the chat? Because I know my brain thinks kind of fast, right? I think if Latia James, AG, is taking funds from a known criminal, what does that make her? If she is knowingly accepting illegal rent, number one, the rent is illegal. It was illegal for her to charge this criminal rent. Can we establish that? She illegally charged rent. Do you understand that? It was illegal. I know you're saying it's her house. She can rent it out, not in the legal documents in the way it was written. This was supposed to be her primary residence, and it's all about taxes. There's no free money. You understand? So if this your primary residence and you are collecting rent, you're not paying tax on that rent. So it was illegal for her to collect rent, right? That's the first thing. But beyond the fact that it was legal to impose rent, what if she knew that the money from the rent was from ill-gotten gains? You're charging me rent and you know I sell dope. I don't have a job, Auntie. How can I pay you rent if I don't have a job? Why would you charge me rent? How can I pay you rent if I don't have a job? That's multiple crime. This is a criminal. We need to get this criminal off the street. Straight up. This is a criminal. We need to get this criminal off the street. She lied about being married to her daddy. She lied about charging rent. She's taking money from known criminals. She's accepting payment from known arrested felony criminals. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. What do you call that? I tell you, if it was a black man, it would be a RICO. I tell you this, if it was Diddy, it would be a RICO. If it was Diddy or R. Kelly, they would be in jail. They would not be released on their reconnaissance, and they would have to fight this case from being incarcerated, and they would go to jail. If this was a black man, think about if it was a black man charging his female niece rent. If this was a black man charging his female niece rent, number one, you would be a piece of shit. And if you knew she was out there being a criminal and you still charged her rent, you would be a pimp and a pedophile, and you would go to prison for the rest of your life. You would go to prison for the rest of your life. Is she still in office? Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. He don't even have a license, Lisa. He don't even have a license, Lisa. That was one of my favorite movies, Weird Science. Who remembers Weird Science? I heard you come in, you didn't even come say hi. Did you leave already? Oh, okay. My wife just brought me lunch. I'm about to shut this bitch down, man. It's hot as fuck. Somebody in the chat said, you need a fan. Baby, I was sweating so hard, boy. At one part of the podcast, I didn't know if they was watching because of information or they thought I was crying. That's how much I was sweating. Boy, I had pools running down. I was sweating.
You look so good.
Thank you, baby. What's that?
It's a little bowl.
I love you.
I love you too.
A bowl? Mm-hmm. That's what we got?
Yeah, it's on the plane downstairs.
Oh.
That's how we're really running up to.
Oh, yeah?
Careful with your record player.
I didn't. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta cut you up some lettuce or something.
Okay.
I want to take that carpet.
Go P said it. Let's not forget, he will be probably charged with trafficking due to being in different states. I didn't think about that. Yeah, he will be charged with the Mann Act. Oh, wow. What is it? Chicken? Steak. Okay.
He gave it to me for free.
Oh, he gave it to you. Okay. It look like a jambalaya. Is it good?
Because they closed at 1:30. So everybody was down there looking and seeing, and then he's like, take this for you.
Oh, that was nice. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you, babe. Stop, Pippi. Get off the rug.
I want to take that rug back.
Take it back. Fold it up right now.
Yeah, really fine. Just cut you up some lettuce.
Okay.
My daughter says she's gonna go to Panda. Mom, can you take me to Panda?
Oh, Panda Express?
Because I want broccoli. Oh, okay, baby.
Panda Express does sound good.
I have coupons too.
I asked you, did you have a coupon? You didn't. You
I
said.
checked and I just checked. Or maybe you're. You told me that this morning.
You don't love me.
I do.
You don't love me.
Dennis, I do. Perfect time.
Perfect timing podcast.
Put that box on. Dennis, go back in the box. Time to call up.
Oh, you want to stay home with me? I'll hang out. We can make love. Afternoon delight.
I want to go to that red store.
Afternoon delight. Let's go.
Then
Afternoon delight.
take this back.
Afternoon delight.
Oh, it's on my phone. Sorry. I still have you on my phone.
Carl Thomas. Summer rain.
Okay, well, I'll wait.
The only thing about Donald Trump having 4 more terms is Donald Trump is a billionaire. Donald Trump don't want to be president 4 more terms. Donald Trump is a billionaire. Donald Trump got a playboy wife, an 18-year-old son. So the one thing is Donald Trump don't want to be president 4 more terms. He don't. If we gonna go somewhere, no. We can smash out. You gonna call?
Yeah, I'm go outside.
All right, we'll go by the smoke shop.
Okay.
I never did get my
You gotta get different.
I'm gonna just put on
What does it say?
is it cold?
No, my kid got sick, or I'm not.
Oh yeah, got a phone call from school.
Okay, hold
This was a birthday present. Who knows what this is? This was a birthday present. This was a birthday present from my wife. This is Pilot Talk 1, 2, 3, 4 Jet Life Empire. This is Pilot Talk 1, 2, 3, and 4 on vinyl. It's a set. What's wrong with my set? All right, here we go. I must have put it in wrong, you guys, because it's stuck in the box. Come on, man. Oh, here we go. Okay, you guys, I'll show you real quick. Here it is. I did a video. I didn't put it out, though. Flight recorder do not open. So here we go. There it is. And then we got this right here. And yeah, man. Jet Life, Pilot Talk. Pilot Talk. Uh-oh, okay, wait a minute. What's that? What's that? Just looking for my nigga Ski Beats. What's that? What's that? Pilot Talk 2. What's your favorite one? Pilot Talk 2. What else we got in here? I think we got Pilot Talk 4 in here. Pilot Talk 4 not even open. This is Pilot Talk 4. I didn't even open this, baby. I might open it for Christmas.
Hi, you never opened it?
I never opened Pilot Talk 4. It's still in the case. You made the call already? And then this Pilot Talk. All right. And then I'll be outside. You want to go to Costco?
I mean, I don't know.
Because I don't want to go to
Go
Costco.
to that bread store and then
All right.
Costco and then maybe look at the heroics, or no?
Or
You
for
don't
like
like any of that though.
for the
Table.
for the table
And TV stand.
and TV stand. We didn't get the TV.
Yeah, you don't like any of that stuff.
No, I don't. What's this right here? This is it's Pilot Talk. It's my shit right here. I'm about to put that on. Hold on. I'm about to put that on. I'm right here.
I never wore my leather jacket. I didn't wear that.
It's about to be cold too. Come, baby, hold this. Poly Talk 3. Can you put it back in the
Yeah, where's the thing?
It's in the box.
Hi. Good life.
Can't really listen to it because it might be up here. Father, far, somewhere near mine, we'll get high. Gotta cut it off, y'all. Y'all can't hear this. Copyright.